Introduction. Eczema is not a single illness, but rather a name for a group of diseases connected due to similar symptoms. Skin rashes and autoimmune disorders can be described in this way. Usually, dryness appears on hands, elbows, feet, knees, and on the face. Rashes and contaminated areas start to itch and become even more inflamed when scratched. This illness is not infectious, but it is long-lasting. Moreover, its intensity may change during the lifespan. Some children may overgrow the allergy while others remain highly vulnerable. The current disease can cause additional illnesses. Symptoms and intensity of skin inflammation are specific to each patient. There is a variety of eczema types. Besides the most popular case, atopic dermatitis, there are about 6 other disease variants, different in their methods of treatment and side effects. All of them should be identified with the help of a specialist to ensure a specific approach for each case. Atopic dermatitis is a most widely spread type of disease. It is common among children and is often associated with asthma and hay fever. Other types can be triggered by contact with an allergic substance, stress, improper moisturizing, insect bites, temperature shifts, pressure, and even genetic predisposition. Each case is different in its look and side effects. The only common thing for them is that they are types of sore and dry skin that should not be scratched. There is no single opinion regarding the cause of eczema. According to the latest research, various types of illness are caused by their different principles. Particularly, for the children of eczema-ill parents, the probability of developing the illness is much higher. The risk doubles in cases where both parents have the illness. Besides that, an impressive list of external sources can affect bodies of vulnerable people and trigger the inflammation. Sources of danger can be divided into internal and external types. Allergenic chemicals, temperature, food, and dust can cause a skin metamorphosis from outside, while stress and hormonal shifts influence symptoms from within. Eczema is mostly spread among children. They are more difficult to handle as well. As dermatitis is cured according to the evaluation of causes, the process can be obscured when it comes to a child. In this case, it is common for grown-ups to minimize the contact of a vulnerable kid with an acknowledged list of triggers of dermatitis. One should pay attention to the time and situation in which a probable physical and mental stress took place. Eczema is a specific type of disease. For each person, a source of contamination is specific, as well as the place where the rashes appear and their type. Nevertheless, symptoms may be the same among different people, especially in the case where they are relatives. Its main symptom is itching, and one also may experience various manifestations from slightly irritating to dangerously annoying. The second case urges an ill person to scratch the infected part of skin until it bleeds, and thus to worsen his/her state of health. The type of skin inflammation can vary. Itching and inflammation either disappear totally or come back in each case of contact with the undesired matter. It is highly recommended to visit a local doctor to distinguish an eczema type and thus to decide on methods of its treatment. Conventional treatment of eczema includes a combination of basic steps directed to stabilize the condition of the patient and minimize the effect of illness on the human body. This illness is caused mainly by a specific allergic reaction to an external trigger. The first step for each person is thus to identify what is causing their disease and minimize unnecessary interaction with it. One also should avoid the use of substances known as possible dermatitis triggers. Moreover, it is highly recommended to take special care of yourself, specifically, to humidify the skin, avoid stressful situations and refrain from scratching. Remedies can also be used according to the situation to minimize the inflammation. Antibiotics are applied to protect persons in cases of extreme skin infections. Antihistamines work for prevention and assist in reducing itching. The corticosteroid-inclusive drugs can be divided into ones for internal and external use. The external use, in this case, is highly preferred, while the internal use results in a variety of side effects and should be used only in cases of emergency. With certain types of dermatitis, immunomodulators and wet dressing can be used as well. At the same time, a lack of cure afforded by conventional medicine urged society to address a natural treatment of this illness. In certain cases, long-term homeopathy treatment can become more productive while presuming a lesser amount of side effects. Such approach evaluates the personality of a patient, his preferences, mental state and even family issues. There is a variety of products of daily consumption that may positively influence the progression of the disease. They include kimchi, rice, soybean food, and oat. Additional nutrition with vitamins B, D and E and consumption of iodine-inclusive food can also be useful. Specific bathing ingredients minimize the risk of inflammation by water. In peculiar cases, probiotics positively influence the condition. Besides that, a variety of homemade recipes revolves around skin moisturizing. Eczema mainly disrupts the skin's process of self-fattening and self-moistening, so one may use various oils to recreate the balance. Eczema cannot be cured. Yet, it can be taken under control to the extent that one barely sees the symptoms. For each person, there is the inner trigger that makes a disease active. Identifying the cause may assist in self-care. The flow of illness is also individual. At the same time, there is no single opinion regarding the ways of self-care, as both traditional and natural medicine have their own strong and vulnerable sides. In most cases, eczema can be handled under the condition that a source of skin inflammation is unavailable. Types of eczema. Do you know which type of eczema you have? There are many types of eczema, and those with one type of eczema tend to get another. Some of the main forms of eczema are listed here. Atopic eczema. You are born with a genetic tendency to develop atopic eczema, but the environment can also be a possible cause. It is a sign of an overactive immune system. It is most common in children and signs show up within the early months of life. A vast majority will grow out of this by puberty. Atopic eczema is becoming increasingly common. Statistics for the United Kingdom alone show us that children of school age make up to 20% and adults up to 5% of all atopic eczema sufferers. In this case, the body produces vast quantities of the protein Ig, which is a protein that acts on behalf of the protective cells of the immune system. It causes allergic reactions. We all have this protein, but with atopic eczema much more is produced due to the heightened sensitivity to certain substances, either by touch, by consuming certain foods and fluids, and by inhalation and breathing airborne particles. The problem is due to the immune system being overactive, which leads to inflammation of the skin. With atopic eczema you may develop irritant contact eczema as well and be predisposed to hay fever and asthma. The most common allergens found in those with atopic eczema are house dust mites or bed bugs as they are better known, pollen, pet fur, skin and feathers. Other allergens include yeasts found on the body and foods such as cow's milk, soya, wheat, nuts and eggs. Ideally, find out what you are allergic to and avoid it at all costs. Have a blood test to help diagnose causes. Flare-ups will show themselves in the form of dry, hot and itchy skin around the neck, knees, wrists, face and eyelids. Astytotic eczema. More common in older people, normally found on the leg, it results in a red itchy appearance. Discoid eczema. All age ranges tend to suffer from discoid eczema, but it is found mainly in older men. Adults tend to react to stress and alcohol in excess. In children and younger people, it is common in those with a tendency to atopic eczema. Seborrheic eczema. Mainly found in adults where there are large areas of sweat glands in the body. It is caused by too much pityrosporum, which is a harmless yeast formed in the body. An anti-yeast treatment will help. It is found mainly on the scalp, face, armpits and groin due to the larger number of grease glands. The condition can vary from mild where there is flaky skin to severe where the skin becomes itchy, oily and inflamed. For scalp problems, anti-yeast shampoos can help to control it. For severe cases, coal tar shampoos and selenium shampoos are often used. Babies are prone to this form of eczema in the form of cradle cap on the scalp and the folds of the skin. As their skin is so delicate, you need to be sure of the products used. Some recommended products include emollient creams, antifungal creams and steroid creams. Aqueous cream mixed with salicylic acid can help soften hard scaling from cradle cap. Wash this out afterwards with shampoo specifically for your baby. A natural alternative is to rub olive oil on the scalp. This is a traditional remedy that has been around for years. Irritant contact eczema. This is very common and is caused when there is contact with a substance that triggers hypersensitivity followed by an allergic reaction due to the skin being irritated. Those with occupations that require the hands to get wet repeatedly, such as hairdressers, food workers, cleaners, those that handle food, nurses and health workers are the main groups who suffer from irritant contact eczema. This is due to constant contact with certain substances and chemicals found in everyday products that we use around the house and in the workplace. Around 85% of the culprits are soap, detergents and food. Bleaches, rubber, skin medications, hairdressing chemicals and perfumes are particularly common causes, along with paints and many products used for craft making such as glues. It is unrealistic to try and avoid many of these problems as they are in the workplace and everyday tasks, so it is advisable to use protective gloves. As the rubber in most of these gloves can make it worse, you should use the gloves with cotton inners or buy a separate pair of thin breathable cotton gloves to wear inside the rubber gloves. This will help and avoid excessive sweating as well, which can happen when wearing the rubber gloves for a long time and lessen the chance of an outbreak. The appearance is the same as normal eczema and it is treated the same as allergic contact eczema. Keeping the hands moisturized to avoid as much cracking and splitting of the skin is important. Try to find organic, chemical-free barrier creams, as steroid creams have been known to make eczema worse in some people. Allergic contact eczema. You can have a patch test to determine possible causes if you are prone to any of these irritant issues. The immune system identifies certain substances that touch the skin as a foreign body and the skin reacts to these. Symptoms include weeping, itching and redness on the skin surface. Symptoms normally occur around the immediate area of contact and then spread as the immune cells start to go to work. It is important to observe the symptoms at the onset as you can better determine the cause and avoid it in the future. There are products we use in our everyday lives that we are unaware of. Just a few of these are listed below with a sample of what they are used for. Those you may be aware of. Perfume. Nickel jewelry, studs on trousers, bra clips, butterfly earring backs. Plants. Allergic reactions caused by touch and breathing, as in hay fever. Those you may not be aware of. Rubber. Some of our clothing and shoes contain rubber and other chemicals. Epoxy resins. Hobby craft adhesives. Colophony used for plasters. Paraphenylenediamine. Some henna products and hair dyes that are black. Potassium dichromate. Leather products. Cetyl alcohol emollient creams. Neomycin antibiotic. Fusidic acid antibiotic. Steroid creams. Hydrocortisone. Lanolin, moisturizer. As you will see, ingredients contained in the steroid creams and moisturizers used to treat eczema can themselves be the cause of the skin reaction. In this instant, the actual treatment being used could be making the problem a lot worse as opposed to making it better. You may also want to avoid close contact with anyone who has a cold sore. The diet for beating eczema. You must refer to the food pyramid in the first place. If your dermatitis is triggered by a digestive deficiency, the following natural dietary plan will keep it under control. According to my experience, there have been cases in which this type of eczema sufferers even claims to have found a cure for their condition, so there is 100% hope for you with it. Even if your triggers do not come from food deficiency, your dermatitis will be greatly improved if you apply the following food regimen. This natural anti-eczema diet plan will work for anybody who is not hypersensitive to the foods which compose it. Nature Diet Basic Guidelines. From the food pyramid we all know, I will be telling you what type of foods you can eat from top to bottom. Fats and sugars. The only fats we will consume will come in the form of olive oil, whether it is used for frying, in its saturated form, in salads, or from our source of animal protein. Eliminate any sugar before doing the diet. I repeat, we will not take any sugar or sweeteners. The only thing we can take is honey, but not any commercial honey, these contain preservatives and added sugars. We will use 100% natural honey which is easily available in herbal shops. As I have already told you, forget about any other honey you can find in the supermarket. We will also take the sugar in the form of fructose that the fruit contains naturally. Dairy products. Absolutely none. Animal protein. Chicken. A chicken-based diet. No egg, no pork, no red meat. The same goes for veal, occasionally some salmon, a great omega-3 source. Varied vegetables. We can take all kinds of vegetables in salty stews or whatever you like. One thing to keep in mind is not to use vinegar in salads. No weird sauces either. In a few lines I'll talk about what we can't have. Fruits. Take at least 3 pieces of any fruit a day. If they are skinned, much better. But be very careful with allergies. For example, I can't eat bananas or pineapples because they give me allergies. I also don't recommend taking them before bedtime, especially if they are acidic. Legumes. We can have chickpeas, lentils, and beans. I've tried these and I haven't had any problems. Dried fruits. People with intestinal deficiencies cannot take them, as they can cause terrible intestinal pains. So, I recommend you avoid them if this is your case. Carbohydrates. Rice and only rice. Whole grain and seed exclusively, both mixed and whole grain only. Prohibited are bread and flours, even if they're rice-based flours or rice-based cakes and pastries. No rice pastes. We can only have boiled rice or stew. This will be our only source of carbohydrates. People under treatment usually do it with 50% whole grain and only seed. The intake of hydrates is very important, so you are allowed a lot of rice in your meals. The good thing about rice is that it has many culinary possibilities. No potato or cereal is comparable to rice's versatility. So, for this diet you cannot take any cereal aside from rice. Nothing will replace it. No corn, only whole grain rice. Everything can be reduced to fruits, oil, vegetables, chicken, legumes, rice and honey, the latter in moderation. Too much honey can lead to heavy stomach issues and weight gain. 2 to 3 tablespoons a day is the recommended dose. Your preferred infusions will be the matching complement for this diet, also always with honey and without any artificial flavors added. It is a fact that infusions are an effective aid in the digestive process. Well, this is it for the guidelines, but for a deeper understanding, I will give some light notes. Follow this. We are not allowed to take any pastries or anything that contains flour of any kind. We are not allowed to take anything that is not on the previous list, or that contains any sauces, from which we do not know the origin. We are not allowed to take any pre-cooked food. We are not allowed to drink any sodas or juices purchased in commercial stores. Absolutely none, but we can make infusions with honey and ice which are delicious. We are not allowed to drink alcohol of any kind. We must take special care with fermented drinks such as beer, wine, cider, etc. We must not take vinegar nor anything that contains alcohol in any degree, such as olives, gherkins, etc. This is not intended to restrict your social events, so don't worry. If you ever want to have a drink, have a good brand of rum at that special event, one of those that cost more than $36 a bottle please, and you won't have any problem. Always have it in moderation and go back to your eczema-free diet. We can't trust what the waiters in bars or restaurants tell us. Remember, we can only take fruits, oil, vegetables, chicken, legumes, rice and honey. For example, if we have a chicken stew in a bar and it has flour in it, the diet will be useless. We are not allowed to take ketchup or fried tomatoes. If we want to take fried tomatoes, we can buy sifted tomatoes with no additives. It is inevitable that it has some, but the less the better. We add a little salt and pepper oil, put it in the micro 10 minutes to medium power and an exquisite fried tomato will come out. We are not allowed to take any sweets even if they are without sugar, gum or anything like that. We are not allowed to have any bag of snacks. We are not allowed to have coffee. We are not allowed to take any sausage, absolutely none. No chicken sausages either. Look at the ingredients and you'll be amazed at how little chicken you've got in there. Such a scam. We can't have anything we haven't cooked ourselves. So, stick to the ingredients list of the pyramid that yes, we can take at the beginning of this proven natural diet approach to beat eczema. As you can see, the diet is straight to the point, which makes it very strict. But I encourage you to unveil why and how hundreds of people stick to it. They are persons who would have done anything. They would have preferred anything literally to having a body full of wounds. That is the quality and level of the healing power this lovely diet plan has, and you will have it fully displayed on the next page. Apart from the diet, it is highly recommended to take any vitamin supplement free of flour or yeast. Some persons take Solgar Formula VM75. Finally, we must take a probiotic called Saccharomyces boulardii, sold by many affordable companies like Now Foods, or Gero Formulas. Though not a medicine, it is the only probiotic that has been proven to be able to keep the stomach acid barrier alive. After dinner, take half a level spoonful of baking soda. It should be noted that bicarbonate provides sodium, salt, to our diet and the recommended daily dose is 2.5 grams daily, so we should lower the dose of salt in our meals. In just 15 days you should start noticing a radical improvement in your dermatitis. That is how powerful this meal plan is. As you will see by yourself, this well-designed diet can compete and beat any chemical-based treatments, conventional or alternative. In my experience, this is the most accurate dietary method, the one tool your body is longing for, which has transformed the lives of thousands of people. It grants perfect control of your dermatitis and delivers a revolutionary power to heal your outbreaks. It does not require any special elaboration. Just stick to the previous recommendations and you will be able to design what your body needs for getting healed. The diet goes as follows, and you can go varying according to the pyramid guidelines. Just go. Natural Remedies. 1. Avocado and Aloe Vera Mask. This mask can be used on the face to relieve eczema symptoms, or as a paste on other affected areas of the body. 1 avocado, mashed. 1 tablespoon aloe vera gel. Mix ingredients together in a small bowl. Apply topically to the face or to other areas of the body. Leave on for 20 minutes, and then rinse with warm water. Dry. 2. Coconut Oil Moisturizer. This pure and simple coconut oil moisturizer has a very long shelf life. Make a full batch and apply as needed, as your primary facial and body moisturizer. 1 cup unrefined coconut oil, 2 drops calendula essential oil. Mix ingredients together in a jar. Apply to face and body as your regular moisturizer. Keep coconut oil moisturizer sealed in a jar while not in use. 3. Oatmeal Bath Soak. Use this soothing oatmeal bath soak by floating the bag in your bath, and gently scrub your entire body with it. 1 cup certified gluten-free rolled oats, 1 nut milk bag or cheesecloth. Fill nut milk bag with oats or put oats in cheesecloth and seal top with a rubber band or string. 4. Olive leaf salve. For eczema that needs extended healing, apply this olive leaf salve during the day or evening, and cover with gloves or clothing to keep the area protected. Half cup pure shea butter, 2 drops olive leaf extract. Mix ingredients together in a jar. Apply as needed, as a salve, to affected areas on the body and face. 5. Apricot Kernel Oil Moisturizing Cream. Use this gentle healing cream on the face or body. It has a subtle aroma and feels decadently smooth. Half cup unrefined cocoa butter. 1/4 cup unrefined apricot kernel oil, 1/4 cup unrefined neem oil. Mix all ingredients with a blender, food processor, or hand mixer. Place in a sealed jar until ready to use. 6. Olive oil and lavender massage oil. There is something about lavender that seems to soothe the spirit, which helps to soothe the physical body, as well. Rub a liberal amount of this olive oil and lavender massage oil on affected areas, or on your entire body, before you go to sleep at night. 1 cup unrefined olive oil, 2 drops lavender essential oil. Mix ingredients in a jar. Keep sealed between uses. 7. Avocado Oil Soap. The key to getting a gentle liquid soap from this recipe is to start with a completely pure and plant-based soap bar. Look for one with coconut oil, hemp, or another vegetable oil base that is entirely natural. 1 4-ounce bar of natural soap, 1 gallon water. Half cup unrefined avocado oil. Grate entire soap bar with a cheese grater. Set aside. Bring water to a boil. Remove from heat. Pour grated soap into the water and allow sitting for 15 minutes. Blend with a hand mixer until creamy. Add avocado oil and continue to blend for another minute. Allow cooling. Pour into a container with a pump to use. 8. Gentle Face Cleanser. This gentle face cleanser is natural and great for soothing inflammation. 1 tablespoon raw honey. 1 tablespoon plain soy or coconut milk yogurt. 1 teaspoon slippery elm, dried and powdered. Mix ingredients and apply to face. Gently rub entire face in circular motions for 20 seconds. Rinse with warm water and dry. 9. Turmeric Tea. This eczema recipe starts balancing the body internally so that you can receive the benefits of external healing. 2 cups of filtered water, 1 teaspoon ground turmeric, 1 teaspoon raw honey, 1 slice lemon. Bring water to a gentle boil. Add turmeric and allow steeping for 5 to 10 minutes. Add honey and lemon to taste. Enjoy. 10. Stinging Nettle Tea. Healing is an inside job, but this stinging nettle tea does double duty when consumed daily and used as a soothing topical treatment for the skin. 4 cups filtered water. 4 tablespoons stinging nettle tea. 4 tablespoons raw honey. Bring water to a gentle boil. Add stinging nettle leaves and allow steeping for 5 to 10 minutes. Add honey. Drink a cup of the tea daily and dip a washcloth in remaining tea to apply each day to affected areas. No need to rinse. Conclusion. Although the cause of eczema remains undefined, it is a fact that pollution, in combination with genetic inheritance, are proven major causes, which affect our immune system, which reflects on our skin. For the world outside, the inherence of environmental agents is a cause for the eczema condition. It is essential to create consciousness towards preserving our environment from pollution and avoid the various environmental factors that may be at the root of atopic dermatitis. Minimizing exposure to environmental allergens, harsh soaps, detergents, and sudden changes in temperature and reducing stress level have been proven to be beneficial for most eczema patients. Through better knowledge of your condition, you will be able to develop that instinct that will guide you to choose the foods and actions your body requires to heal. Knowledge is the key, knowledge of you and your conditions. The diet and recipes presented can and should be varied, keeping the key ingredients, or equivalents, in the heart of each recipe. Permanent hydration and omega-3 and 6 supplementations are the preferred solutions among enthusiasts of natural remedies for eczema. Recent scientific research seems to support the idea that eczema can indeed be successfully treated with omega-3 and 6. Through this intense and unveiling journey, I have given you guidelines, facts and remedies that will tune you into the right way towards getting control over eczema. Also, I hope you will develop a deeper level of consciousness to guide your renewed life and actions better. By adjusting your habits and meditating while applying the knowledge of this book, you will get to know yourself better. That is the beautiful gift natural approach always delivers to the man of peace. Recommended resources that you must have. Greater than click here to check it out now. Less than